Welcome back to the morning show. It is 6:50 on Wednesday. Time for our Wise Guy segment. Matt Sellin, our U of I physics professor, is here. And we watched this video of someone making a Mountain Dew kind of lantern thing.
Oh, it was awesome. I got real excited at first, and then I realized, I don't understand that, because Mountain Dew is just water and sugar, and it's got nothing really glow in the dark in it. There's no nasty radioactive chemicals in it. It's good stuff. And so we tried it, and of course it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And so before we can explain why it doesn't work, and actually then I'll make it something that does sort of work like that by cheating, but I want to explain how you do make something glow, because it's important to understand how it would work, before we explain why this one doesn't.
Makes sense to me.
There's a phenomenon called fluorescence, which is very, very common, and we're familiar with it all the time. And if we can dim the lights, I'll demonstrate the kind of things that we see all the time. Okay, and so what we have here is a black light, and you can see it makes parts of my shirt kind of light up, and it makes these little stars. These are just from the toy store that you would stick on a kid's wall or something like that. And it makes these things, which are otherwise just kind of normal, boring-looking test tubes with liquid in them, glow really brightly.
Okay, cool.
And the way a black light works is a real good way to explain fluorescence. Any fluorescent bulb, what it has in it is some sort of inert gas like argon at low pressure and a very small amount of mercury. And then there are you make a plasma inside where the charge flows through this gas, and basically the mercury emits light in the ultraviolet range. And this ultraviolet light normally you wouldn't see. In fact, there's a little bit dangerous. It can sort of it can burn you and stuff. And so what's done in most fluorescent bulbs is that you coat the outside of the cylindrical piece of, the inside of the glass with this white stuff, which absorbs the ultraviolet, which you can't see anyway, and it re-emits it in the visible light spectrum, so you can actually see it. Okay, so that's how you get a fluorescent bulb. And to make a black light, the thing that I have right here, basically all you've done is you have just a clear piece of glass. You have the gas inside of it emitting the ultraviolet light, and you've just put a piece of a filter, this blue thing here, which absorbs the bad ultraviolet stuff, the UVB and the UVC, and just emits the sort of blue and ultraviolet light that's naturally produced in these bulbs anyway. So all bulbs produce ultraviolet. Usually you put stuff on them to soak it up so you don't have to deal with it, and you get white instead. And ultraviolet light is interesting because you can't really see it, your eyes don't see it, but a lot of different compounds and chemicals are good at absorbing the light we can't see and then emitting colors that we can. Okay, so we have, for example, these stars, the things that you would stick, these came off my kid's ceiling. These things, they glow in the dark, and in fact these things, even if you hold them away from the light after it still glows for a bit. These are interesting rocks, and you can't see them now the way they would look without the ultraviolet light, but you see how they glow, and you have these interesting colors on them. These are just boring black rocks that you would find laying around outside. They're different beautiful colors. Things that you see in your house all the time, like this bleach. This is the color safe bleach. See that thing glow? Isn't that amazing?
Interesting.
That's why. That's why. See my
skivvies are
my tidy whities. My tidy whities are going like crazy.
I think it was something you ate.
That's right. Well, the reason you want to do it is because these color safe bleaches do this because the way you make something look bright and brilliant is that you make it look a little bit bluer. Sunlight is kind of yellow. It's not really brilliant. And if you could put chemicals on your clothes essentially that give off sort of bluish light, it'll make the colors really vivid, and that's how these bleaches actually work. So these, they're kind of fluorescent.
Very cool.
The string is fluorescent. So when we come back, we're going to make this Mountain Dew not glow, and then we're going to make it glow by doing some actual science.
And I just want to let the folks at home know, if they're wondering, because we are in the dark, you brought these. You just didn't rip them off, these skivvies.
As far as you know.
Yeah, I just let the secret out. All right. If you want to see Matt's underwear again, just go to our website, illinoishomepage.net.